Four,
4
four,
o'clock.
four,
Okay,
four.
sorry, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good evening to all,
Good
sir.
evening, sir. Singarvelu, sir. Good evening.
Sarvelu.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah. Sarin sir.
Good
Kiran
evening,
madam,
sir.
thank you.
Namaskar, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Can I join, Smita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will join you, sir.
Atanu, sir. Good evening.
Excellent. So,
Basavaraja, sir. Good evening.
good evening. Good evening.
Dr. Basavaraja, good evening.
Namaskar to everybody.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Aryan Srivastav sir, you joined?
I think he will join. He has told, sir. He will join, sir.
Okay. योगेश सर प्लीज होगा तो एक कॉल कर दो सर को ज्वाइन करने के लिए. हेलो.
Good evening, Srivastava, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Sir, good evening. Shyasa, sir. Good evening.
Sir is muted. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Ashok sir, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening,
Thanks
sir.
for your really nice input.
Neela Mohan madam has joined. Samir Dalwai sir has joined, sir.
So,
Can start, I think, in
Correct.
a minute.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
already 4. Fine. I request Dr. Samir Dalwai, our key person, to join, to start the session.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
evening, Samir.
Good afternoon. Good
Live,
afternoon.
sir.
Good evening. Good afternoon, everybody. Shall we start, Dr.
Yeah.
Satyarthi?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can. Samir, you start.
Yes. Just 1 second. So, good afternoon, namaskar, pranam, and adab to everybody on this very, very important edition and episode of IIP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath. I welcome all the respected dignitaries for this event today. Of course, we are blessed to have the presence of a Nobel laureate, Dr. Kailash Satyarthi, as well as our own respected Dr. R.N. Srivastav sir, and also welcome to the President, Dr. Vasant Khalatkar, President-elect Dr. Neelam Mohan ma'am, Dr. Immediate Past President Dr. Basavraj, and Dr. Singaravelu sir, who's been the newly elected President-elect 2026, along with all the respected office bearers, all the respected members of the expert committee headed by Dr. Ashok Kumar sir. And it's a pleasure and honor to welcome all the members of the executive board, as well as all the members of the Indian Academy of
Packet tha na?
Pediatrics, to this very, very
Under
important
PLN.
topic, which befittingly has a Nobel laureate as his chief guest today, and Dr. Srivastav as the guest of honor. I now request the Honorary Secretary General, Dr. Yogesh Parekh sir, to please welcome all the dignitaries. Dr. Yogesh.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Samir Dalwai ji. Good afternoon and warm welcome to all the dignitaries. I will not take the more names, but I will invite our President Dr. Vasant Khalatkar ji, President Dr. Neelam Mohan madam, our immediate past President Dr. Jio Basaraj, and today's our guest, chief guest Kailash Satyarthi ji, Nobel laureate and the founder of the Kailash Satyarthi Foundation, Children's Foundation. Guest of honor, our past president, 1996, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Dr. R.N. Srivastava sir, our scientific committee, and our IIP की बात community के साथ module committee. So today is the 10th episodes of the our IIP की बात community के साथ, and today's launch statement is give children their rights, give society a future. So this is a very aptly selected by the team of the our scientific committee and the media committee team, Dr. P. Ashok Kumar sir, Dr. Rajiv Seth, Dr. Dibendu Rai Chaudhary, Dr. Ramesh Dampuri, Dr. Sandhya Khadse madam, Dr. Uma Devi madam, and Dr. A.B. Devi Vargasi. Why this very important topic is selected today? Because children are not just our future, they are our current, our present. So their rights are not optional nor aspirational, they are fundamental. So United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, child rights are human rights thoroughly tailored to the unique needs and vulnerability of the childhood. In the pediatric practice, these rights are not abstract ideals. They are the compass guiding ethical, effective, and compassionate care. So they ensure that every child is treated with the dignity, fairness, and respect, regardless of any background, ability, or the circumstances. So measure three, our guides this: a safe, educated, and joyful child is the foundation of the resilient society. So we have to hear the child, help the child, and honor their rights. So rights are not privileges; they belong to every child. They belong to every child. So this launch makes a paradigm shift from the service and the charity-based model to a right-based approach in our pediatric care with our IAP. So it is call to action for every pediatrician, every parent, every policymaker, and citizens to recognize that a safe child is not a favor; it is a every child's rights. So let us stand together as a community to uphold these rights, because when we protect childhood, we protect the future. So I welcome all the executive boards members, all the dignitaries join who on this virtual platform, and I convey my best regards to all the IAPNs to have a to honor every child's rights. Thank you very much, Doctor. Over to you, Dr. Samir Dalwai. Unmute.
Thank you, Professor Yogesh, and you said it very aptly that this is not just a meeting; it's a call to action. And of all the rights for the to the child that we all work for, probably the right to life, or rather, certainly the right to life and dignity, and to safety and security, and the right to education, are the most important rights. All of them embodied by our chief guest and the Nobel laureate, as well as Dr. Srivastava today. I now invite the president of the academy, Dr. Vasant Khalatkar, to please express his thoughts on the occasion. Dr.
Namaste. Am I audible, Samir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, respected President-elect Dr. Neelam, past President Dr. Basavaraja, our Secretary Dr. Yogesh, all my EBOB team of IIP 2025, and my all members, respected Chief Guest Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji, Guest of Honor, our past President Dr. R.N. Srivastava, esteemed senior leaders of IIP, distinguished colleagues, and dear friends. A very good evening to all of you. I bring greetings from Indian Academy of Pediatrics, august organization, second world largest organization academic, that's a membership strength of more than 49,000. Today is the proud and meaningful day for the Indian Academy of Pediatrics as we launch the 10th segment of IIP की बात community के साथ. We reaffirm our unwavering commitment to a cause that sits at the heart of our profession, ensuring that every child receives their right, their dignity, and their rightful place in society. Our theme for this year, Give Children Their Right, Give Society a Future, is not just a slogan. It's a reminder that the future of our nation is shaped by the care we give, the protection we ensure, and the opportunity we create for every child today. I'm deeply honored that Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji, a global beacon of child right, and a true warrior for childhood, has graced this occasion. Sir, like me, there are so many persons who are following you, thousands in lakhs. Thank you, sir, for your service. Sir, your life's work inspire millions, and your presence today strengthen our resolve to work harder, reach further, and dream bigger for the children of India. My special thanks goes to Dr. Smita Mishra and Dr. Kiran Agarwal, who could make this moment that for inviting Kailash Satyarthi ji and his PA Kavita, who was really in touch with me continuously. Thank you, Kavita, and all that. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to our revered guest of honor, Dr. Srivastav, whose leadership and vision have guided generation of pediatrics. Sir, your contribution to child health continues to illuminate our path. Friends, the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, a home to 49,000 dedicated pediatricians, each one of us carrying the power to shape a safer, healthier, and more just world for our children. This segment of IIP Ki Baat Community ke Saath is not merely a communication initiative. It's a bridge between pediatrician and the communities we serve. It's our way of stepping outside the clinic and into the real life challenges of children and family. In 2025, we are embarking a new look, better reach, and stronger engagement. We will amplify our voice, expand our platform, and bring child right conversation into every home, school, and neighborhood. Because when society understands what children they need, transformation become inevitable. I want to thank our national coordinator, our committees. I will not take the name for short of time, and every member of IIP who have worked tirelessly to bring this segment to life. Your passion is heartbeat of this academy. As we begin this journey today, let's remember one simple truth. Children do not just belong to their parent, they belong to the nation. They belong to the future and they belong to us, all of us. Let's pledge that though our expertise, our compassion, and our collective strength, we will continue to upload children's right, protect their dream, and build a future worthy of them. We have to uphold their right. We have to pledge for this. Thank you all for joining us. Together, let's move forward with purpose, pride, and promise. Jai Hind, Jai IIP.
Very inspiring and stirring words, Dr. Vasant, on such an important emotional topic. And I would also like to say that I also learnt about child rights from stalwarts like Dr. Kiran Agarwal ma'am and Dr. Sandhya Khadse ma'am and Dr. Uma ma'am, who've been working on this topic. I now request the presidents to join Dr. Vasant. I request Dr. Neelam as well as Dr. Basavraj to join Dr. Vasant, as I would like to inform the guests that we always have a press release so that the message goes, as the president says, far beyond the community of pediatricians into the actual community. So I request all three presidents to please kindly release, go ahead with the press release, please. May I request you all to declare, please?
So go ahead, go ahead. Saji, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we declare the press notice release.
Slowly. Okay, slowly.
Can somebody read it, sir? You
Yeah.
want us to read
So,
it? You read it.
India is a home to the world's largest child population of 440 million children under 18 years. Yet alarming statistics reveal widespread right violation. National Crime Record Bureau data shows 1,49,400 proven crime against children in 2021 alone, a 16.2 increase from the previous year. Every hour, 17 children face violence, with 96% preparedness being known to the child. The National Family Health Survey reveals that 23.3% of women aged 20 to 24 were married before 18, despite legal prohibition. This statistic understand the urgent need for comprehensive child right protection across the all sector of society. The IIP launches its November 2025 IIP के बाद community के साथ program under the theme Give Children Their Right, Give Society a Future. This national initiative aims to strengthen child rights protection through evidence-based community engagement, targeting healthcare provider, educator, parents, and policymaker. The program addresses critical violations including child abuse, neglect, early marriages, labor exploitation, and encouraging emerging digital age risks like cyberbullying and online prediction. IIP recognized the pediatrician serve as a crucial first point contact for identifying and reporting to child rights violation, positioning they, them as key advocate in the protection ecosystem. The campaign emphasizes the UNHCRC framework, which India ratified in 1992. This approach recognizes children as right holders deserving provision that's a basic need fulfillment, protection from harm and exploitation, and participation in decision affecting them. The initiative promotes understanding that child rights are not charity but legal entitlement based on dignity, equity, and respect. Healthcare providers will be equipped with recognition tools, response protocols, and referral mechanisms to address violation effectively. The program integrates existing protection system including Childline 1098, Mission Vasalya, Child Welfare Committee, and Specialized Court under POCSO Act 2012. Every stakeholder has a crucial role in protecting child rights. Healthcare provider must maintain high suspicion for abuse, provide trauma-informed care, and comply with mandatory reporting requirements. Parents should care safe, nurturing environment while teaching children about body safety and consent. Teacher must implement child protection policies and report suspected violation promptly. Community members should support vulnerable families and advocate for child-friendly policies. Together, we can create environment where every child survives, thrives, and reaches their full potential. For more information and resources, contact IAP Child Protection Initiative and join the movement to secure our children's right and society future. So, we all three, President Dr. Neelam, me, and Dr. Basavaraja, declare that this press note is released for our all the member. You can share this press note to all over India through all the media. Thank you. Neelam madam.
So,
Thank you,
Mary,
Samir.
Submit to you.
yeah. So, thank you so much for the press release, all three presidents. And I now request our president elect, Madam Dr. Neelam Mohan, to kindly address the audience on this topic.
Thank you, Samir, and respected Satyarthi ji, guest of honor Aryan Srivastav ji, dear Vasant, who's been a visionary in planning out all the programs, along with Dr. Basvaraja, Dr. Singaravelu, who is for 2027 president. And the first time I had the opportunity to meet Kailash Satyarthi ji was thanks when I was in the EB team. Kiran, if she would recollect, the episode of the rape that had happened, and we were trying to talk about, and we had the mother, and that is the time when I was introduced and had the opportunity to meet Mrs. Satyarthi, who was a big name. Who is a big name, being the Nobel Peace Laureate in 2014. But all of us, and I heard his speech, and I still remember every line of this speech because it was in the Mamsi Auditorium. He stands tall and he said how he decided to free those children from labor. And we all know that he freed 1 lakh or 1 million children subsequently from labor. And that's how he became popular through his major mission, which was Bachpan Bachao Andolan, which he had started. And he said that when he started the journey, he was not sure whether he could do it and how people joined in him, how he was able to free. So I wouldn't like to take much time of the August audience. Dr. Vasant has beautifully highlighted and Dr. Yogesh has given us a introduction. What I would like to add is we always forget when we talk about child rights, one of two of the rights, One is right to survival. So we all know and we work on it. Second is right to protection. Third is right to development, which we doctors are working for that. And the fourth, which we often neglect, is right to participation. And this was predominantly brought about by UNICEF, and they were one of the ones who make the children be their voice in most of the meetings, if you've seen. So sometimes I just wanted to remind this audience that we forget the fourth right. And it's again the two things which have been taught to us by UNICEF. They said that if you spend £1 on a child, you will get back 30% reduction in stunting if you spend it in the initial month, and 10% increase in GDP. So what a beautiful way, and even the World Bank has said the same thing. However, I would want to end by saying India will rise not by the wealth of its adult, but by the health of its children. Every healed child is a stronger brick in the foundation of a nation. And the true strength of India will be measured not by the GDP, because we've reached the fourth developed nation in the world, but by how tenderly we protect and powerfully we invest in our children. Vasant has given you statistics every few seconds how exploitation is done, either in the form of violence or labor and all. So just like Satyarthi ji, free children from labor, we doctors, we pledge that we must free them from disease, from malnutrition, neglect, and believe not only in development, but believe in inclusive development, which is the first right with no discrimination, irrespective of whatever the gender, caste, religion, socioeconomic status, etc., nationality is. So that's when India will be the true freedom with its, which will be truly complete. With that, I once again congratulate all these stalwarts who have gathered here, the EB, under the able leadership of Dr. Vasant Kalatkar, who's been a visionary, and thanks to all of you for giving this opportunity and getting to see Satyarthi ji again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Neelam Mohan ma'am. And now I invite our immediate past president, Dr. Basavaraj, to express his opinion and thoughts before this august audience, as well as to introduce our honorable chief guest. Over to Dr. Basavaraj.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Samir ji, and respected chief guest of today, Nobel Peace Laureate Dr. Kailash Satyarthi ji, and our honorable president of 1996, guest of honor, Dr. R.N. Srivatsav ji, and our national president, Dr. Vasant Kalatkar ji, president-elect Dr. Neelam Mohan ji, all the OB and EB member of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. As we all aware, the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, with almost nearly 50,000 members, who have been taking care of in the children of almost 440 million of less than 18 years. We all know there is a crime against the children which is rising in spite of education which is improving. Just imagine the Kailash Satyarthi ji is doing such a great work. Why not this 50,000 member, who is one of the second largest organization, which can start delivering each member, we can make it a big change as in a national movement across the India. That's the reason why Indian Academy of Pediatrics, which has got a separate group, which has been for more than 2-3 decades since the our R.N. Srivatsav ji was the president, was able to make in some movement among our members. But whatever the movement which is taking place, which is not sufficient, of course, our President Dr. Vasant Kalatkar ji was taken it to the greater heights to take this as a movement, not only among our IAP member, and also reach to the community level where we are almost regularly in connect with the children's. It could be child labor, it could be child marriage, it could be child neglect. We all know sustainable developmental goal. It is previously MDG used to think about only survivability. Now we are thinking about survive and thrive. That's how the GDP which is going to be increased. That is what our Honorable President-elect Neelam Mohanji has got it. So inviting today's chief guest, so Satyarthi ji, Dr. Our president has done a great job. So Satyarthi ji was there in the last year to inspire all our pediatricians. This is the second time sir is coming as a chief guest. I'm sure his presence today, it is going to galvanize all our pediatricians and also the common members who across the India. To introduce Mr. Kailash Satyarthi ji, in the world where the leadership is often measured by the influence and innovation, our next speaker, who is the chief guest of today, who is Kailash Satyarthi ji, who has made a big impact and through his transparency, honesty, and integrity. A person whose life work has redefined the meaning of leadership through the relentless action, unwavering courage, and boundless compassion. That's what Satyarthi ji is known for it. And it's not just it is a name, it is then a movement. As a Nobel Peace Laureate, he has been dedicated more than 4 decades of eliminating child labor, slavery, and trafficking, and liberating more than 130,000 children through his organization, what our President-elect Madam has said, Bachpan Bachao Andolan, which started since 2014. Mr. Satyarthi ji has awarded a Nobel Peace Prize his struggle for the rights of children to education and freedom. Satyarthi ji is an architect of global march against child labor and visionary behind 100 million campaign youth-led movement to ensure every child free and safe education. His latest initiative, Satyarthi ji Movement for Global Compassion, call upon each of us to lead with empathy and act with purpose. That's a great purpose what Satyarthi ji is known for it. He has shown the world that true leadership is about standing up those who cannot stand for themselves. It is about believing that every individual matters and can create an impact. Mr. Satyarthi ji joins us today to share his perspective on how the leaders can stay grounded and compassionate while making a decision in a difficult time. Please welcome our global icon of justice, for tireless advocate for children and his empathetic leadership, Mr. Kailash Satyarthi ji, for addressing this. Before that, I request our Honorable President, Dr. Vasant Kalatkar ji, say a few words, then we'll invite.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Basavaraja, for a brief introduction. But I think we are having a very good video on Satyarthi's life and his work. So I think we every all 49,000 members, not only 49,000 members, those who are to the community people who are joined today, they should know about that. This is not a showcase of Kailash Satyarthi ji. It's an inspirational video. That's why we thought that we should get the video of Kailash Satyarthi ji and requested, and then they provided. I request Saji ji. Saji, please show that video. Please.
The joys and freedom of millions of children started with just one feeling. What if the child slave Sabo was my daughter? Sabo, who was about to be sold to a brothel. Sabo, whose desperate father lay in a heap at my feet. Perhaps it all started with a spark of compassion and today become a worldwide movement. I believe that each one of us is born with 2 natural gifts: consciousness and compassion. Both are the core reasons of our being. When we feel the suffering of others as our own suffering, with a strong drive to take action, That is compassion. God is not so meager that He has blessed us with only a little of compassion, which we have confined to our families and friends. We need to go beyond that. All that is required is to enlarge our circle of compassion. A touch of compassion is what makes each of us a problem solver, an innovator who is ready to accept all challenges and solve them. When we work towards making our world a better place, each one of us becomes a compassionate leader. In fact, all world religions and movements were born out of compassion. I stand with 8 billion people because the world is my family. In this age of interconnectedness, are we really connected with each other? Compassion is the greatest form of connectedness and love. There is no curse bigger than being alone. Loneliness is frightening. If you are connected, you are fearless. And we are the safest if we feel like a part of our global family. We are the mothers of the children. They bring to I am not a teacher or a preacher of compassion. I have made it a way of life. I truly believe that every solution lies in compassion in action. So, my dear friends, as we globalize markets, resources, and data, I urge you all to globalize compassion. Sangachadvam samvadadvam sambo manansi janatam deva bhagam yatha purve sanjananam upasate. We shall overcome one day.
Thank you. Sir, I request for your word of motivation. Please. Samir, before that, Hindi? No.
No, sir has to speak.
Your
Yeah.
word of motivation, sir. Can I, sir?
Namaste, namaste everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you for inviting me once again. When I'm addressing you, I feel very privileged because I am addressing 49,000 aspirations, dreams, faith, beliefs, and possibilities. Millions of people, when their children fall sick, if they're injured, wounded, you are like God for them. People have trust in you. So you're not only a professional pediatricians, doctors, healthcare givers, you're more than that. It is not just your education and your hard work or your luck that has brought you to this chair of sitting and serving humanity through curing the children. But I believe God has chosen you for this noble work, noble service to humanity. So that is my privilege and pleasure. Dear
Neelam ji, the President-elect, योगेश पारिक जी, डॉक्टर श्रीवास्तव और हमारी बहन किरण जी बैठी हैं, सामने दिख रही हैं। स्मिता जी सामने नहीं दिख रही हैं, लेकिन दीज आर माई सिस्टर्स। यू समटाइम्स आप बहुत दिन से आई नहीं हो मेरे लिए कुछ लड्डू वड्डू या कुछ मिठाई विठाई लेके।
आऊंगी 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 आऊंगी।
तो स्मिता बहन तो करती रहती हैं, ये कुछ ना कुछ लेके आती हैं। मेरे जन्मदिन पे भी कुर्ता वुर्ता लेके आ जाती हैं। आप तो आई नहीं हो कुछ लेके बहुत दिन से।
ओके ओके ओके,
लेकिन आप
आऊंगी, जल्दी आऊंगी।
लेकिन you just not insist, but you ordered me to join this event this year and previous years and so on.
I
But
will accompany Kiran madam now. Definitely.
हाँ जी एकदम sure. किरण जी को कह रहा हूँ मैं। So I was just listening to your press release. The figures, the data that you have referred to and mentioned, they are not simply numbers. They are human beings. They breathe like you and me. They fall sick like you and me. They look at doctors like you and me. They have hope in something will come in their life to save, to protect, to help, to care. And among them, and behind those numbers, there is a cry. The girls are crying once they are married at early age. And the child marriage is not simply an evil or a crime. It is a social sanction, a license to perpetual sexual abuse and rape by their so-called husbands. When you're talking about children who have pushed into child labor, we should remember that many of us wear clothes and they are stitched. They are fabricated by some children who are working in garment industries. You're wearing those shoes and you don't know that how many children have been working in leather industry, leather tanning. The houses which we are living in, you should remember those young hands, those children who have no dream, who have no life, who have no future, you have no education, no health care, because these children are working in stone quarries, breaking stone 12, 13, 14 hours a day. Behind your figures, there are children who are pushed into sexual slavery. They keep on crying inside the dark rooms. And if they cry, they are beaten up because they have to show up smart and sexy. What a world we have made and what we have given to our children. Many of these children work day in and day out in brick kilns, and they are used in these beautiful houses and roads and other places, buildings, schools, hospitals. I ask you, my dear sisters, my dear brothers, whose children are they? Whose children are they? They are my children. They are your children. They are all our children. If we cannot listen to them, if we cannot hear their cry, if we cannot feel them, then I would say that we are not civilized. We are not civilized. There are so many good words written about childhood and children. There is no dearth of constitutional guarantees and laws and schemes. But children are bought and sold in lesser prices than the animals. I have rescued the children, the young girls and boys. And when I talk to them, they say that, sir, I have been sold for 2,000 rupees. Some say, I've been sold for 10,000 rupees. But when I ask how much a buffalo cost for in your village, they say 2 lakhs, 1 lakh. Is it the nation? Is it the society? Is it the civilization? Is it the culture we have given to our children? This is the fundamental question. If we really wanted to address the problem, if we really wanted to solve, then we should have that deeper sensitivity and deeper feeling for our children. But it does not mean that India has not achieved anything or the world has not achieved anything. India has the largest number of children in primary and secondary schools compared to any country. Of course, we have the largest number of children in the world also in our country. We have great laws. POCSO, Juvenile Justice Act are among some of the best legal instruments available in the world. Much more progressive than America, for example. The Child Marriage Act is one of the best act and laws, but unfortunately, when it comes to its enforcement, then there is a big problem. So today, when you are celebrating, I think this is these are some of the few days you are celebrating your 61st 61वां 61 साल हो गए आप लोगों को 61 years have gone in IAP's inception or what I read somewhere. But definitely India is observing 61st anniversary of Children's Day, and that is on 14th, day after tomorrow. When we talk of child rights, I remember my first encounter with this situation when I was 5.5-year-old child. I was born in a humble family. My father was a police constable in Vidisha, Central India, Madhya Pradesh, and he passed away when I was a child. So I studied in a normal, modest school in my neighborhood. So the first day of my school has taught me a lesson which has changed my life gradually, not the very first day. And the lesson was not inside the classroom, but outside. When I was entering in a school, I noticed a cobbler boy, my age, sitting right side at the school gate under an open sky. So it attracted me. I took a pause, I stopped for a while. And then I kept on looking at him. And he looked at me and other children with empty eyes. But there was a ray of hope. He might be thinking that some of us can give him some job of shoe shining or polishing or so on. But all of us were wearing new shoes, so we entered in the school. So when my turn came for introduction, I stood up and I said to my teacher, "Sir, why a child is sitting outside the school gate and not with the rest of us in the classroom?" He was a little surprised. Then he said, calm down, this is your first day, make new friends, be familiar with the school. Then he tried to convince me and said that, look, young man, ये तो होता है. This is not uncommon. Poor children have to help their families, he said. I said, okay, sir. But when I was returning back, I saw the boy still sitting under the open sky, hot sun. And the next day, I asked the same question to my mother and my elder brothers and other relatives. They had similar answers, but I was not convinced because I could not forget his eyes. So one day, I gathered all my courage and stopped while I was coming back from the school, because that day the boy was also sitting with his father. It happened. They would sit together. So I asked the same question to them. Boy was very shy, very timid. But this man stood up with folded hands. हाथ जोड़कर वो खड़े हो गए. And then he said, Sir, I never thought about it. मैंने तो कभी सोचा नहीं. My grandfather, my father, and all my family man used to work like that, and so is my son. And then he took a pause. That was unbearable to feel. I could not hold his misery, his helplessness, his hopelessness, his helplessness. He told, बाबूजी, स्कूल जाने के लिए तो आप लोग हैं. हम तो यही काम करने के लिए पैदा हुए हैं. We are born to work, he said. I started crying. But when I opened my eyes, that has given me a new sight, a new perspective of life. I refuse to accept that whatever has been said and written hundreds and thousands of years ago, what has been the complacency in our society, what are the norms in the society to push a large number of children, men and women into this situation of slavery and exploitation and abuses, is unacceptable now. Civilization and slavery cannot go hand in hand. That was the beginning. Why children are abused? Why millions of children are still languishing in child labor and slavery? Why one of the 3 children in India, in my motherland, in my country, are facing malnutrition? Why my children and your children are not getting proper medical support? Why the girls, 5, 6, 7-year-old girls, sometimes a few months older girls, are raped and sexually abused? And they have no help. I have come across many of such situations, many of such situations where I sat with those parents and I have no courage to talk to those boys and girls and their parents. In slums, in villages, they don't have proper medical help for those who are sexually abused and raped. You are their saviors. Today you have to take a pledge. You have to feel a moral responsibility and obligation to your own profession that you should help those children without any consideration. There are many other ways to flourish, to be famous, to earn fortune. But there are many children who need you. When we talk of child rights, we should not just talk of child rights. rights. We have to create a culture of child rights in our behavior, in our practice, in our persona. We should have that. We have to inculcate that. We have to build that culture, and so that the nation could feel that these are the leaders. Dear friends, somebody has to lead. We cannot simply depend that somebody will come from the heaven and save us, or some politician will come, or some social worker will come, or some Nobel laureate will come. No. You are the champion. You are the leader. You are the change maker. You can start with yourself and you can make a difference. Speak out, because many people come to you. It is not necessary that you are just treating them, but you can talk of betterment of children. You can send a message across that be friend of your own children. In this world where everybody is competing, where very, very rich people, very well accomplished people, I come across many of these families where they have no time for their children. And if they have time, कुछ कुछ इनको चॉकलेट खिला दो, इनको ये खिला दो, इनको बढ़िया से बढ़िया कपड़े पहना दो, इनको अच्छा स्कूल में पढ़ा दो, महंगे से महंगे स्कूल में, इनको कभी फॉरेन टूर्स करा दो, तो इनको बढ़िया गाड़ी में बिठा दो, वगैरह वगैरह। ये इससे आप बच्चे के दोस्त नहीं बनते हो। मैं अपनी बात खत्म करने से पहले एक चैलेंजिंग बात सुनाना चाहता हूँ कि I met a very highly placed couple. They were civil servants in Maharashtra. And one day, parents found the dead body of their 15-year-old son, only child, in his room. And they thought that somebody has killed him, or that could be suicide. But they could not believe actually that it can ever be suicide, because they have provided all kind of facilities and comfort for that child. Police came and police has investigated that whether it is a suicide or whether it's a kind of killing. Then it was found that the boy is one of the friends of that boy, has revealed that he was facing a kind of depression for quite some time, because he could not speak out to anyone, to his parents, because his father's friend was sexually abusing him for quite some time, for a year or two, but there was no space to talk and listen. Be a friend of your children. There should be some quality time, not just appeasing them, but listen to them. If we keep on giving instructions to them and guiding them for everything and just teaching discipline, it is not enough. There is much more. There is compassion, there is love. So dear friends, when I talk of compassion, compassion is not empathy. People like you, if you are too empathetic, then there is a danger of empathy fatigue, because you fall into the dark well of sorrow, the suffering, feeling of the suffering for others as your own suffering. It could be dangerous. So we have to clearly distinguish that empathy is not compassion is not kindness, it is not mercy, it is not sympathy, it is not either empathy. It is totally different. Compassion is the force born out from feeling the suffering of others as your own that drives you to take action to end that suffering. So compassion, the drive, is inbuilt in the force. So it is not a soft emotion, but it is a force born out of feeling the suffering of others. And that is the difference. So being kind is a good human trait. Being empathetic is okay, but as I said, that it could be dangerous one day, especially for the policemen, for the judges, for the doctors. So be compassionate and teach compassionate. If you practice compassion, it would be helpful for everyone. I met some of the doctors who had done a study in Johns Hopkins and Harvard. There was a joint study conducted some years ago. It's a beautiful study. You can read it somewhere, but it was called something like 40 seconds, 40 additional seconds. So the idea was that some of the healthcare givers have been asked by the authorities, by the management, to spare 40 seconds extra with the patient and just repeat 2 or 3 sentences. One sentence was, "We are together. We are together. I am with you. Don't worry. I am with you." So apart from other medical treatment, say, "We are together in this." And that study was so powerful that it has come out with great revelations. And one was that the time in hospital was reduced, the healing was faster, the healing from the ordinary patients who met with some accident to the cancer patients and other chronic disease patients. It has been very helpful in fast healing and cure in most cases. But on the other hand, the study went beyond that, and it was found that the healthcare givers, the doctors and nurses, were happier, more accomplished, more satisfied, more peaceful in their personal life, in their family life. Their relationship with their spouses, with their children have gone much better and quality. So, compassion is not just a vitamin to be taken by the society, by individuals. It's oxygen. It is not a choice. It is something which is the necessity in the present world to solve the problems and to end the suffering of everyone. And you will lead it. I thank you for inviting me once again and congratulate you for what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Satyarthi. Your word have pierced our hearts. Much of darkness, so much to be needed to do to rescue these children who live life worse than stray dogs. We have taken your word as a knock to us. IIP will dedicate a sale to rescue these children. We will require your guidance and advice to initiate this unique and most wanted page to the book of IIP. I will care to work this mission forever in spite of closure of my tenure. That's my promise. Once again, really thanks. And we will play that. Though action is important, we need to globalize compassion. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again for coming. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And it was such a brilliant explanation of what the word compassion means. Thank you so much. We now request you to please release kindly for just 1 more minute the video of today's event that we have made. If you declare it to be released, we will release it.
And your today's talk was totally different from what I heard you last time, where you talked about the jungle. So you talk everything from the heart. That was totally different what I heard you then, and now it was totally different.
I forgot
Thank
what
you.
I spoke last time and what I'm
No, but it is so much awakening to listen to you, how each one of us has responsibility to do, and we get lost in the rat race.
So, sir, we will need one more talk of sir. Compassion. Really, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Every child is born with a promise. a promise of dreams, of laughter, of life itself. That promise is only fulfilled when society gives every child what is rightfully theirs, their rights, the right to be born safe, the right to live healthy, the right to be loved, protected, and educated. Yet too many children still go unheard, unseen, and unprotected. Millions are denied their childhood through malnutrition, child labor, neglect, or gender bias. When a girl is not vaccinated, when a child is forced to leave school, when safety, nutrition, or love are denied, society loses more than a life. It loses its future. But change begins with awareness and action. When a child is immunized, we protect generations. When a girl is educated, we empower a nation. When we teach children kindness, honesty, and respect, we build peace for tomorrow. Child rights are not just ideals written on paper. They are the foundation of a healthy and humane society. Every meal shared, every classroom opened, every safe touch dot is a step toward a world where every child can rise. Let us promise that no child goes hungry, no child goes unheard, no child is denied care, safety, or education. Children are not our tomorrow. They are our today. And when we protect their rights, we protect humanity itself. Give children their rights, and you give society its future.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I leave now?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You
Here
can.
sometime again. Thank you.
Time, sir. I think it's whatever we promise, you spare more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
I think after that very, very stirring and moving speech, it's going to be difficult to get back to our daily lives. But before we do that, of course, we have to go ahead with this event. And now I'm very privileged and happy to invite Dr. Atanu Badra, the National Treasurer, who's also very well known for his work in the community, to address the audience. Dr. Atanu, quickly, please.
I think the silence that has come in is because we have taken everything to heart today. And I don't think anything needs to be added to what Kailash sir has told us. Yes, we had been looking after life, survival, treatment, health, and healthcare. But I think we have neglected education, protection from exploitation, and right to participation. Children should have their voice. So I think all of us have been working in some slot somewhere, but I think it needs to be put into one as IAP as a whole thing. And that I think I would request all our presidents who are there, the secretary generals who are coming in, to please guide us and do it, because academics will be there. Everything we are doing great, but I think there's a lot of gap there while we are working. So I think I won't take my 2 minutes to complete it. Let us keep it to our heart, and that when we go to sleep today, let us plan ourselves and put it to IAP. Thank you.
Thank you, Atanu. That was exactly 2 minutes. And now I request our dear coordinator, national coordinator for all the events across India for this committee, Dr. Amrish Patil, to please give a feedback of what's happened in the last few weeks. Over to you, Amrish.
Thank you, Samir Bhai. As Atanu told, silence has encompassed all of us. And the last 1 month had been more of an election hectic schedule which was happening. In spite of the election schedule, there are a few activities which were conducted across India, and there were a few conferences which are conducted. A video would depict more well than what my words would say. So I request Sajid to kindly play the video.
Thank you, Amrish. Really, you are taking a lot of effort for making these innovative ideas with innovative ideas and innovative video. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Those was kind words. Let us all continue to be compassionate and work towards the welfare of our children, colleagues, and country. Thank you all. Let us all work together for IP के बाद community के साथ. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Amrish. And now it's my privilege to invite the members of the committee, which has been the expert committee, to come up with the wonderful resource material. Dr. Dr. Rajiv Seth, sir, Dr. Dibyendu Roy Chaudhary, Dr. Ramesh Dampuri, Dr. Sandhya Khatse ma'am, Dr. Uma Devi ma'am, and Dr. Varghese. And I would request the convener of this committee, Dr. P. Ashok Kumar, sir, to please say a few words.
Respected President, Dr. Vasant Kaladkar, and Dr. Noel Laureate, Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji, in his absence, guest of honor, Professor Arun Srivastava ji. As Dr. Atanu said, there is nothing more to say. Silence will be the better thing. But I should say a few words. And I consider this an honor and privilege to be part of this program in the 10th segment focusing on child rights, which is something very close to my heart. And I'm more thrilled that Dr. Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji was with us. Now, I think I don't have to say more about it. As he said, we should consider every child as our own child. Then there is no shortage of compassion. And compassion is the buzzword he has mentioned. But basically, what should we do as in our approach? There should be a paradigm shift from an approach of ours based on the concept of our practice, from service or charity to that of a right, the child rights, and we should consider it as an obligation and responsibility. Then every child will get their best possible support. And I'm extremely thankful to IAP, EB and OB for giving me this opportunity, as well as the IAP ke baat, community ke baat team also for this program. And I profusely thank my team members, Dr. Rajiv Seth, Dr. Sandhya Khatse, Dr. Uma Siddharth Nayak, Dr. Ramesh Dampuri, Dr. A.B. Dani Varghese, as well as Dr. Deben Chowdhury for their contribution for preparing this module. And hope that this should be a big head start that in the future also, Indian Academy of Pediatrics take up its effort to uphold the rights of every children in the future. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Ashokan sir and team. I know that when we were choosing the team, it should be absolutely sufficient. The work done by names given by Dr. Geeta Patil, I saw that names, including Dr. Sandhya, Sandhya Khatse madam, my teacher, Dr. Aju, known, Dr. Nampuri, and all these teams. It's a really hardcore team who were really working. And even you can take the example of Dr. Kiran Agarwal, Dr. Smita. They're all really hard workers. So thank you once again for your valuable inputs.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashok Kumar, sir. Again, that was 2 minutes. So thank you very much. Now I invite the convener of the scientific committee of the IIP Ki Baat community ke saath, Dr. Geeta Patil, madam, to please introduce the guest of honor.
Thank you, Dr. Samir ji. Let me first thank Kiran madam and Smita madam. I think I suggested Kailash Satyarthi sir to Vasant sir, and our dream was fulfilled because of you. Thank you very much, madam. And it is really a great honor for me to introduce one more personality, Dr. Arun Srivastava sir. I think all of us know about him. He is the visionary who sparked the IAP movement against child labor and neglect, and is a pioneer who recognized that children health cannot be separated from their rights and dignity. I think all of us, we know about Arun Srivastava sir. He's a consultant pediatric nephrologist, Apollo Indraprastha Hospital, New Delhi, and he was a director, Institute of Child Health, Kabul, Afghanistan between 1974 to 78, editor-in-chief, Indian Pediatric, 1985 to 90, president, I think all of us, we know him as a president of Indian Academy of Pediatric, 1996. But please remember, he is the personality who has started this wave in IAP, that he is the founder of Indian Child Abuse and Neglect and Labor Group, 1996. So that's the reason I called him visionary. He is a co-editor of book Child Abuse and Neglect, Challenges and Opportunities, several chapters in books and articles in journals. Distinguished Service Award, International Society of Prevention of Child Abuse and Neglect 2016. He has been honored with Lifetime Achievement Award by IAP, International Pediatric Nephrology Association, Indian Cankle Group. So over to Dr. Srivastav sir, and we like to listen to you. And after your address, you have to release one poster, as I mentioned. Over to Srivastav sir.
Thank you, Dr. Patel. You all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm really honored to be here and taking part in this. And after Satya's talk and message and his, he has been in this field for all his life, actually. I mean, this is his life. I've been following his work over many years now, the way he has protected children in the school factory and the factories and all those getting out of this, and at risk of him. His colleagues and his co-workers told me that, they were physically assaulted by the factory owners and all those people. So this really is, something which he has done is remarkable. And I listened to his Nobel Prize acceptance address. And again, he mentioned all this and he talked about compassion and everything. What I'll do is very, very briefly talk about what IIP has done and what we have been doing all the 30 years. So now you mentioned that this group, the IIP group, the Child Abuse, Neglect and Child Labor, Cancel group, we call it Cancel, started in 1996. There were, there were a few members there, and there were people not so keen on. They were saying doctors, whose job is to treat patients, sick children, that sort of thing. But of course, there were others also felt that we must have a very comprehensive way of this. Child health and all that is not only sick child, is much more than that. So we started that. Among the very few people who were there was Kiran Agarwal, of course, and she was acting like a secretary, and later on, of course, as a proper secretary. And at that conference itself, we tried to get members on a personal basis. As a please become member like that. We also made it clear while to the IAP that look, this is not a body only of pediatrician. We intend to have members who are teachers, who are lawyers, who are administrators, who are lawmakers. So those people. And so we are not strictly governed by the IAP membership rule at that time. And I must say they've allowed us to do that. Over the years, the membership grew slowly but steadily in the context of Mr. Tharth's talk and his work. So one of the very early meetings, very, very early meetings in Delhi, we held was on child labor. And there were a few members, and we invited Swami Agnivesh. You might have heard his name. Swami Agnivesh was a very, very big crusaders in this area. And he talked about this, and he was emotionally, he was removed to tears. And again, he said that, look, this is a huge problem. We cannot probably, tackle it in a small manner. We need a lot of people, it's a movement against child labor. And even at the meeting in Bangalore, we had a session on this. At that session, we had a UNICEF representative. He talked about employing children, and he made an appeal that, look, all of you make a statement, make a promise that you'll not be employing children as in your households as laborers. So that sort of thing was there. Gradually, our numbers increase. Our aim has been for advocacy, been talking with the government, talking to other people about this. And at the same time, some of our members work in the field, not full time. It's a full time job is simply not possible. So they have been working in small ways. Some have large ways. Others model their own NGOs, and Dr. Kiran and some other people have been acting with the policymakers, making the laws, and they have been talking to those people to sort of influence them making the correct laws for children. Now, British child rights were referred to earlier by Shaktartiji, that we have number of child rights, survival, protection, safe environment, protection of disease, education, healthcare, and so many other things. We must understand, and we have been saying that these have to priority, they have to be made. What is more important? What is the priority? Because whatever we may say emotionally, every right cannot be given to every child. Not every child in our country needs this, because our country majority or let's say illiterate, poor, marginalized, their problems are totally different from those people sitting here listening to us. We do not really need those kind of rights, protection of our children. We can very well manage on our own. But the majority of these children are in the deprived, socially, economically underprivileged communities where the parents, for whatever reason, they cannot provide them shelter, care, nutrition, and so on. And these are the ones which we have to address. So these are the ones who will need much more care. And their rights, basically survival, we know, newborn care and all that, and feeding, nutrition, healthcare, education. The rights, the number one, education, healthcare. Education, I don't mean a school education starting right from early on. We have preschool education, then to prepare them for the school, then primary, and then further on. We all know that the brain development takes place mostly in the early years. So we have to have a mechanism in place for the early childhood care and education. And further on, when the child enters the school, now school age is like 6 years, the child has to be prepared for that. The child entering school totally unprepared, school will not do any kind of magic. So it has to be prepared. I think we have to look into all their commitment, their law, their promises, all that. But these are mostly on paper. These have to be implemented. What we have been doing is trying to focus on this. Now we have a right to education in the country, free and compulsory education. But the quality of care, quality of school is much to be desired. We know that in many schools there's only one teacher, that kind of a thing. And we have to make a fight for this. The children cannot be given, this kind of a care. The approach has to be rights-based. It has to be talking about the welfare state, that look what we're doing for you, we are providing this for you, providing that for you. No, this is their right. We are not doing them any favor. If they're right, they cannot fight for it, so we fight for them. There is a slogan in this nation that give the child a future. No, give the child their needs, rights, and give society their future. I think we have to give the child their future. Society will take care of itself. What we do to children, they will do to society. So this is important factor. It is not a welfare thing. It's their right, and we have been talking about this all over actually, that we have to fight for. Now, our has mentioned we've been trying to interact with the government and many others to sort of influence them. Now, I somehow have been very critical of the society. The social care, society is not concerned with children. Society is not worried about children. They're not bothered. They're about their own children, making their own condition better. Satyarthiji said that they provide their more better school, better care, better all that. For the lesser ones, it's very difficult. Children, we see in the all around us, in the home care, the families are employed. Children's school, I mean, the school a child goes to, and the other school, the government school, and so on, the difference in the quality of teaching, the quality of things available to them is written on their face. You can spot a child and you can tell the child what he been sort of getting, nutrition wise, teaching wise, care wise. It's very clear. Society doesn't allow them. The schools, they don't allow them to enter the school, play with them. These are it's a down to earth things. Fine, we talk about compassion and all that. Where is compassion? There are, we street children, they are beggars. We can go on and on. The child abuse, POSCO and so on, we know about all that. We know about so many laws. There are many on paper not being done. But where do we do all? Where do we begin? We have to, as a body of pediatrician, we have to spearhead. We have to take the lead among ourselves. Number one, we have to make ourselves conscious that, look, this is part of our job. We are not totally concerned with the treatment of a sick child or vaccination, so that's fine. But all this is part of our duty, part of our living, actually. I think we cannot leave it to anybody else. We have to do this. Besides that, we feel that every pediatrician must spend a little time, maybe one day a month or so, to look after places like Anganwadis or primary schools or one of those. To look, just be there once. This is tremendous encouragement. You just be there, visit them once. We are not doing that. The Niti people told us that, look, don't just talk about this. Don't tell about the problem. You know the problem. Do something. You have to do something. So this is one thing which I think the academy will be. I hope they will encourage our members to do that. As I mentioned again, that our problems are different. The majority of problems, the most serious problems, are among the poor, the underprivileged, the marginalized. Those are the ones who need our help, our compassion most of all. We talk about the living conditions in the urban city, large cities. We know all that, but then what do we do? That's the main thing. Again, many of us have been Dr. Kumar, Dr. Sunday. Said we've been working in this area for a long time, but it's just not enough. We have to make it a movement. I think I will not go too long, actually. So I'll be actually happy to discuss a talk, talks and questions, any of us, we can discuss all this. But thank you very much. Honor.
Thank you, sir, for your kind word. And really, it's still one thing is learned from you, that how to keep the energetic of yourself. That's really great, and we are learning from you, and we are doing the best. Thank you for accepting our invitation, not
Thank
as a
you.
president, but it's
Thank you.
for this. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I think definitely we will follow that. We have to give complete child health care. We have to go beyond our clinics, as you advise. I think you have to release one poster.
Yeah, happy to.
Yes, sir.
Very beautiful poster. Very beautiful.
Very, very beautiful.
I think we display it in our clinics,
Very beautiful.
and anywhere we can, we should probably be doing that.
Geeta ji, could you just post that? I
Yes,
just wanted
yes.
to have a picture.
No, we'll share
With
the
the-
poster only.
ग्रुप में डाल दीजिए in the chat box.
Yes.
Yes.
नहीं, अभी फिर से फोकस कर सकते हैं क्या इसको?
एक बार कर लो.
Put it one more time, please.
जस्ट एक पिक्चर लेनी थी.
Please put it one more time. Shaji sir.
एक पिक्चर लेनी थी.
Shaji,
मैं आपको भेज रही हूँ मैं.
Put up the video poster one more time.
कर लो. No issue.
This is very beautiful poster.
Yes.
Very
yes.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Just
We'll have like these 5 more posters will be there.
Very beautiful, really.
It will be shared on our social media.
I wish if some children can be brought in this whenever we have this Aapki Baat community ke saath, at least the adolescents or maybe grown-up children who can understand this.
It's a good idea. We
No?
will try. Thank you, madam. Thank you. So,
Because that reminds me, whenever Satyarthi ji is, he just asked to lamp light.
That's right.
He just says कि बच्चों बिना बच्चों के तो मैं नहीं करूँगा lamp lighting.
सही.
Okay. So shall we go ahead?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
It
have
was
our the vice presidents representing the office bearers, and I would request Dr. Guru Prasad, the vice president from Central Zone, to please represent all the vice presidents and address the August gathering. Dr. Guru Prasad, sir, are you there?
Okay. Chalo, next.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's present. So now it's all of you are just praising this wonderful poster. I'm very happy to say that the man behind all these things is Dr. Praveen Page. And he does an amazing job of all this coordination. And it's over to him now for the vote of thanks. He is also the national coordinator on this committee with us, along with Dr. Baindur, Dr. Geeta Patil, Dr. Amresh, and myself. Dr. Praveen Bhai, over to you for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
it was
Samir.
wonderful session.
Thank you. As we come to the end of this eye-opening program on child rights, it is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the core committee of IIP Ki Baat community ke saath. First and foremost, I would like to thank our respected President, Dr. Kharatkar sir, for providing his leadership to take IIP successfully through this year of 2025 to new heights. We are also indebted to the President-elect, Dr. Neelam Mohan, President-elect 2026, Dr. Singaravelu, past President Dr. Basavaraj, our hard-working SHG Dr. Yogesh Parikh sir, our Treasurer Dr. Atanu, all the present and past EB and OB members of IIP, VPs today Dr. Guru Prasad and Dr. Ramesh Bajania, Master of Ceremony Dr. Samir and the entire team of IIP Ki Baat community ke saath. We are very fortunate to have a panel of experts on child rights today guiding us all the way. The convener Dr. Ashok Kumar and a task force of authorities along with him, Dr. Rajiv Seth, Dr. Dibendu Rao Chaudhary, Dr. Ramesh Dampuri, Dr. Sandhya Kharse ma'am, Dr. Uma Devi Naik and AB Deni Varghese. Their proficiency has truly inspired all the participants to approach the issue of child rights with a renewed perspective and commitment. A special and heartfelt thanks to our past president and guest of honor, Dr. Srivastava sir, for gracing this occasion, sharing his wisdom and valuable perspectives that set the perfect tone for today's program. The presence here today of Nobel laureate Satyarthi ji is a testament to his passion for child rights and the willingness to share his vast experience in this field with us. We are deeply honored and grateful for his time, and we are also enriched by hearing his insights on the true meaning of compassion. We are deeply grateful to all IIP post bearers, senior teachers and colleagues for participating in this program online. I would also like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of the IIP office and technical staff for their dedication. Thank you all once again for your wholehearted participation. Sabir sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Always crisp and to the point. And my thank you to everybody. And the vote of thanks is already there. And it's been
Thank you, Samir. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to host this another edition. And thank you. So nice to get back to you after a short break. So we hope to continue this journey. Thank you very much.
Samir, Geeta madam.
Yes. Next topic will be the hygiene tips, all types of hygiene tips in the next month.
Thank you.
Very crisp hygiene tips.
Yeah, I hope everybody is there for next session. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samir ji, for a quick program.
Good evening and good night, all of you. And Dr. Srivastava sir, always very encouraging and